say you want give me something long time. Me deal with this thing, no something like crime. I make you sing this line.
Even in the summertime, me and Lil' Shawty cutter. I swear to God, I'ma tell you, dog got the struggle. Baby girl, sit it down, you not known like a usher. I told her mama I don't mind what my teeth do. I wanna control you like voodoo. I'm started screaming free on phone and doodloo. Every time I have a good time, do
good time, eh? Come on, but good time, what's a bad wine? You say you want give me something long time. Me deal with this thing, no something like crime. I make you sing this line.
A quick peek into the locker room as the players get set for the game ahead, looking to make a big splash here tonight. Hi everybody, time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson, Stan Van Gundy, and Grant Hill here with me. And in a few moments, we'll hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce. Looking now at some numbers for Derek White.
And he's had a rough past 5 games. He's had trouble finding his offensive rhythm and just hasn't been as effective as he'd like to be on that end. But this is something all players go through, and I'm sure he'll fight his way back.
Looking at the starting 5 for Boston. White and Brown are the wingmen. Then it's Sam Hauser. Then there's Peyton Pritchard. And it's Queta in at the 5 down low. And for the Bulls, Giddey is the 1 with White by his side at the 2. Isaac Okoro is out there with Buzelis. And it's Vucevic in at the 5, roaming the paint. And not too often we see a matchup like this one. Both of these teams are elite when it comes to cleaning the glass, Graham.
Yeah, B.A., and that's why I expect this to get physical around the rim, which will put the endurance of these teams' rebounders to the test.
White for 3. Rebound Boston. Brown scanning the floor. And the layup is good off the glass.
Look, Brown's a great athlete. I love to see him work inside.
Chicago with the ball. From Pete Giddey. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, Billy Donovan had a few moments to share with me. He was really talking up Derek White, especially the job he does defensively. Coach said, for my money, Derek is the best defensive guard in the NBA. He's long, he anticipates actions, and he can protect the rim. I can't think of another guard who does what White does. PA, back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks once again.
Hey, that's an aggressive move by Giddey. You'll love to see it.
And so it's Brown with it. He brings it up for the Boston Celtics. Pritchard from outside. It's hauled in by White. The Bulls have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Driving to the basket. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Powerful. He saw an opening and turned it into a highlight reel.
Man, just sent it down with some force.
I mean, the defense basically gave that one to him.
So it's Boston now. Chicago making their last shot. Outside, Brown. Lets the 3 fly. Drops in the 3. Brown's got 5.
Well, you know, when Brown's hitting the 3, it really opens up this offense.
The Bulls have gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. From Pete Giddey. Fires in the triple.
Well, you can't start the game much better than this. 4 of 5 from the field.
Boston's gone 2 for 3 from outside the arc. From downtown. And again, Boston with the triple.
I just love his approach coming into tonight. Focused and aggressive.
And Grant, the Achilles tear for Jason Tatum, derailing the Celtics' attempt to defend their 2024 title.
Yeah, so hard to overcome losing your best player. Thankfully, this team has the depth to remain competitive in his absence.
Now here's Pritchard, coming off a terrific game against Brooklyn. It's Brown on the wing, guarded by Okoro. White for 3. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Look, shooting off the catch is something White's become really good at.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Giddey into the lane. Stan, when you look at Josh Giddey's game, how would you best describe it?
Well, B.A., he's a triple-double threat. Taller playmaker, sees the floor well, can rebound. I love his versatility.
All right, guys, some stats here. The scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And from the jump, they've also clearly been focused on running effective plays here tonight. And there's been a lot of high-quality distribution from them on the floor.
That free throw good from Giddey. A 6'8" point guard, Josh Giddey's length gives him a massive advantage, Grant.
Oh, it does, B.A. He's too big for opposing ones to guard. It's tough putting a wing on him, and Giddey just makes you change your defensive game plan.
Both free throws good from Giddey.
Well, when you look at Josh Giddey, he scores, passes, and rebounds it well for his position. And the fun part for me, I think he still has room to grow.
Brown passes to Keita. Vucevic with some nice D.
That's the shot you hope for, right at the rim. Just couldn't capitalize.
Puts it up from 15. And once again, off the mark by Chicago.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
White can't hit. Chicago trailing here. With the drive. Oh, powered down with both hands.
Nice. Just absorbing contact there by Buzelis. And I think over time, he can add to that frame a bit, too.
A terrific view of that move captured on the connected cam, thanks to AT&T. Here's White. He's been an offensive weapon for them, scoring around 17.5 points a game. And so Joe Mazzulla calls the timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. As we get deeper into the season, the Eastern Conference standings are really taking shape. Let's take a look. You take a look at the Celtics. What a season thus far for them. Second place in the conference. And of course, the Chicago Bulls, 6 games behind.
Checking out Chicago, they had some lofty goals to start the year, but they may not have the roster to hang with the league's elite teams.
Yeah, they wanted to accomplish more this season, but things haven't quite worked out. Some bad breaks along the way.
First personal foul. First team foul.
White, the pass to Hauser. And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. That one is off. For Chicago, they've gone 5 of 8. Solid opening quarter for them. The 3 from Okoro. And Pritchard pulls it down. And so it's Pritchard with it. He brings it up for the Celtics. They want to keep rolling here, following the win against Brooklyn.
Yeah, they connected from outside all game, and the defense had absolutely no answer for it.
Well, they shot it well because of how selfless they were. You need that kind of chemistry and cohesion on the road.
White, good.
Well, if you give White room to shoot from deep, he will torch you. He's so confident pulling the trigger.
White for 3. The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
He really gets in perfect position for the follow. Just a terrific read.
Here's White. There's the drive. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Well, at first, White shows the burst, then the control off the drive.
Celtics trail by 3. Now here's White. Down low. Here's Kata. Hey, how's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Boy, oh boy. Both teams lighting it up to start this game.
Yeah, and I'm sure both coaches would like to see more defensive intensity from their team.
White for 3. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Giddey. Giddey's got his 3rd assist of the night.
Well, he has owned this quarter. A major reason they're up right now.
For Boston, they've gotten 7 of 13 shots to drop. Outside White. Jacks up a 3. Chicago with a rebound.
Well, he certainly had trouble finding the mark this quarter.
Here's Buzelis. And Chicago again with a bucket.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
Boston has gone 4 of 7 from three-point range here in the first. Hauser outside. 4-3. Drains the triple.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Chicago leading by 3. Here's Giddey. Shot is good. Off the back rim and in. Giddey's got 12 points in the game.
Woo, he's piping hot. 4 for 4 from the field. No one can guard him out there.
Here's Brown. And he converts the layup. 7 points in the game.
JB showing off those handles. That was a weakness of his early on. Now it's a strength.
Brown's gone a perfect 3 for 3 so far. Three-pointer, Buzelis gets the 3 to fall.
And they've got the D reeling. A full three-point attack right off the tip.
Celtics trail by 6. Outside Pritchard. To the paint. Pass to White. Back to Pritchard. Fires the 3. Pure from three-point range. Pritchard's gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Buzelis' shot is good.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
So it's Boston now. White with it. Shoots over White. And Boston again with the bucket.
Well, I like how White has upgraded his ball handling over the years. A big part of his growth.
Chicago leading by 4. Here's Giddey. He takes it in. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Giddey's gone 5 for 5 shooting here tonight. Pass to Hauser.
Chicago foul. Buzelis.
Also checked in for Boston.
Personal foul. Second team foul. Boston substitution. Number 27. Jordan Walsh.
Chicago on D. 6-point game. Pritchard against Giddey. 6 to shoot. Pass to White. Takes the 3. Buzelis grabs the board.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
And the Bulls, with one playoff game win in the last 8 seasons, the lowest total over any 8-year stretch in franchise history, Stan.
Well, yeah, they've hovered around 500 for the last 4 seasons and been really competitive. But the problem is you can get stuck in that middle. Now, going young, can they find a path back to relevance?
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, Brian. The Celtics understand that they'll be tested. Jaylen Brown said growth is a journey with ups and downs. You have to stay with it. You can't complain. Don't let it break your spirit. We've just got to keep building the right habits, keep being versatile, and keep learning from these experiences. Yeah?
Always looking to get better. Thank you, Allie. Celtics trail by 9. Outside, Brown. Pass to White. From downtown, here's Keita. And he bangs it home with one hand.
And that's why you don't give up on the glass.
Man, his efforts well rewarded right there.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the board.
White, good.
His strong shooting has really helped them secure this lead.
And so it's Pritchard who brings up the ball for the Boston Celtics. Outside White. And here's Brown for 3. And it's Chicago with a board. Buzelis has got 4 rebounds now. Pass to Giddey. Over Pritchard. That's good from Giddey on the assist by Buzelis. And now it's an 11-point Bulls lead. Boston on offense. Pritchard, the pass to Brown. White on the wing. The 3. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Buzelis has got 5 rebounds in the game. Giddey into the lane. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And early on, they've been on a tear, just getting whatever they want offensively.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
Here's Pritchard. Chicago making their last shot. Here's Keita. And it's blocked by Vucevic.
Well, defensively, Vucevic was in great position and times that perfectly.
Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. White's got 18 points in the game.
Ooh, 7 for 9 in the first quarter. He's on fire.
And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. All right, Coach, what's your favorite thing about this point of the season?
Well, probably the games between top teams. You get a preview of what those playoff matchups might look like, and it's certainly a big draw for the fans.
It's time to get down with your mascot. Let's roll.
For Chicago. Jones comes in for White, so Boston going with almost an entirely new group here. Tillman's checked in for Keita. Boucher comes in for Jaylen Brown. Shireman's checked in for White, and Anthony Simons subbed in for Pritchard. And so it's Boston with it. They trail by 16. And there's the whistle. They'll pin that one on Nikola Vucevic. That's foul number 2 for him.
Well, that's already his second foul, and that puts the coach in a tough position.
Number 44, Max Schulga.
Pass to Simons.
2 minutes.
To the inside, Tillman. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Simons becoming such a great distributor of the basketball.
Bulls leading by 14. No doubt Anthony Simons has shown he can be a 20-point-per-game scorer in this league.
Yeah, the shooting is great. He's a natural at finding his shot, but he'll be targeted at the other end. That's where he's got to improve.
Boston shooting a fantastic 52% in the first. Now Simons. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Nets in Brooklyn. And there it is for him.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Oh, wasted no time on that one. Williams has got 5 points.
This has been just a dreadful start for them defensively. Not good at all.
Here's Simons. Count it.
Wow, fancy stuff from Anthony Simons.
A minute 4 left to play in the first quarter. Outside Giddey. And he drives in, and he jams it home with authority.
What? Wait. Hey, dunks are always for the big boys.
Emphatic move by the point guard.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Chicago leading by 15. Here's Vucevic. The shot's good on the assist by Giddey. Giddey's got his 9th assist of the game now.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Boston on offense. Defended by Jones. Here's Walsh. Three-pointer off the mark.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Inside, here's Vucevic. And the power finish by Vucevic.
Can't be too surprised by this. Vucevic got the room, and he went to work.
And we've got 28 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Chicago grabs the miss.
He's going to hear from his teammates after that one. Not quite sure what happened.
And out of bounds, Boston will have it.
Boston substitution, number 11, Peyton Pritchard.
Celtics trail by 19. Here's Simons, a reliable offensive contributor, putting up almost 14 a game.
Well, you see that quick release, and Simons right on the money.
And here's Jones in his last outing with 12 points.
Man, the defender really went after him.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
He's getting his first free throw attempts of the night now.
Trey Jones.
And he drops the first. It's both from the stripe. Simons up top. Nice jump shot from the top of the key. Simons got 9 points.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
And so it's Josh Giddey making highlights for Chicago. And he's already notched a double-double. He'll look to continue this strong play in the next quarter. And don't go far. We'll be right back. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Bulls.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And also, the coaching staff has to love the hustle so far. Just playing with great energy, getting out and converting in transition.
On the court for the Celtics, second quarter underway. They've got Peyton Pritchard, Chris Boucher out there with Xavier Tillman. Then there's Anthony Simons, and it's Walsh in at the 3 slot. Chicago leading by 14. Well, Stan, one thing the Bulls know they have to improve is their interior defense.
Well, B.A., look, last year the Bulls right at the bottom in opponents' points in the paint. They've got to form a functional wall and keep intruders at bay.
Here's Pritchard. 4-3, and he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
Well, he's been able to find points, just not enough of them. They've got to string together some more buckets.
And it's Jones with the ball for Chicago. Here's Williams. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. Coach, I've heard you say one of the most frustrating things to watch is a team that beats itself.
Yeah, B.A., I think one of the things is before you can win, you got to make sure you don't lose. And when you're doing things like turning the ball over or fouling needlessly, those are probably the 2 biggest areas. Those are beat yourself types of stats, and it's hard to get away with those at the highest level.
That free throw no good. And some tough salary decisions this summer for the Boston Celtics, Coach.
Well, in one way, it's a good problem to have, possessing too much talent. But with this new CBA, it's harder to retain everybody like we saw with Celtics teams of old.
And he sinks the second. Well, Grant, you look at the Bulls, middling on both ends. What's their biggest need?
You know, B.A., I think it's length and athleticism. You can't have enough of those type of players in today's game. You look at their activity stats, steals, offensive rebounds, very much in need of a boost.
Bulls leading by 12. Here's Jones. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
Assisted buckets, every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute of play. Outside Pritchard. Pass to Walsh. Now here's Boucher. Launches a 3. Kept alive. Tillman, and he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Grabs the board and goes right in for the putback. I love it, B.A.
Yeah, wanting to close the gap. Makes sense to get aggressive on the glass here. And so here is Chicago. DeSumo on the wing. Still without a bucket. That 3's off the mark. Celtics trail by 12. Outside Pritchard, lets it go from deep. Rebound by the Bulls.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
Jones, his shot is good.
Jones gutting it out in close.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Pritchard surviving the D. Simons outside. And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen. Well, you'd rather not put these guys on the line. The top free throw shooting teams in the last month. Boston, third.
And looking at last month, this team really got it done from the charity stripe. Whenever you fouled them, they made sure to make you pay for that mistake.
Chicago making some changes. Okoro is checked in for DeSumo. White comes in for Herter. And Giddey's subbed in for Jones. Bulls leading by 14. Pulls up on the wing. White can't hit.
Can't blame him. Just trying to take what the defense allows.
Pass to Simons. Three-pointer. And it's Giddey with a rebound. The Bulls have gone 3 of 5 since the beginning of the second. Smith finds White. The three ball. And he gets it to go. He's 8 of 11 now.
Even with all the threes he nailed in the first quarter, the defense still hasn't made the proper adjustments.
Here in quarter two, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. And so Joe Mazzulla calls the timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here. Pass to Simons. Here's Walsh. Again, the miss by Boston.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Right there, Smith finding a lane, catching the defense flat-footed.
Here's Simons. 9 points in the game. And Jaylen Smith earns his keep here in the NBA as a great utility big man.
Well, he sure does, B.A. Look, if you need size out there, Smith is your guy. He knows his role and he works hard, pulls down rebounds, and he offers a little bit of floor spacing as well.
And it's Giddey with the ball for Chicago. They want to keep rolling here following a win against Minnesota.
They were really in control of that game, played well as a team, and really made sure they didn't have to sweat it out at the end.
Well, they were able to execute when they needed to, never let the game get away from them, and close things out. Celtics
trail by 21. Outside Pritchard, and Josh Giddey is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Jaylen Brown, he's checked in for Boston. Derek White comes in for Simons. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Anthony Simons.
Yeah, clearly his offensive output has been on a bit of a decline. Now, that could point to a lot of things, but mostly I think he's just putting his focus elsewhere on the floor, looking for other ways to help out his team.
And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played. Now here's White. He's got 5. Just 5 on the clock. Can they get it? And he sinks the layup. White's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Well, listen, White doesn't fear anyone inside. He wants to get down low and cash in.
Here's Giddey. 20 points for him. Here's Okoro. From down in the low post, it goes. And the Bulls lead by 21.
Like a matador. Olé! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
So it's Boston now. The Bulls making their last shot. Left side White. Boucher outside. There's the triple. It's hauled in by White.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
Shoots over Brown. White can't hit. Celtics trail by 21. Brown passes to Pritchard. Back to Brown. Shot from 16. Bounces high off the rim and drops. And that's now 9 points for Jaylen Brown.
Well, you got to know the scouting report on Brown. He's solid cashing in from the mid-range.
Here's White. This shot's good on the assist by Giddey. And it's now 23 points for Kobe White.
And another great assist. The offense is really clicking now.
For Boston, they've gotten 6 of their 12 attempts to go since the end of the first. Three-pointer Pritchard. Ooh, making his presence felt here. He's now 6 for 9 in this game.
He's been dropping them in from downtown since the tip. 3 triples in the first quarter, 2 more since.
Here's White. It's blocked.
On defense, how valuable is White? He's a guard who can protect the rim.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot. Jaylen Brown is rounding out his game in all facets. He said, I've definitely worked on my playmaking, just being able to see the floor, making great reads, creating for my teammates, and putting pressure on the defense. Guys, back over to you.
Allie, thanks for the report.
Their offense is really humming right now, and it's because of the beautiful ball distribution.
Brown with it. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against the Nets in Brooklyn. Well, Stan, Joe Mazzulla is a young head coach taking over on the Celtics bench in 2022.
Well, B.A., he's got a rare intensity about it. Certainly not afraid to think outside the box, and obviously the results speak for themselves. Well, I've been impressed with Giddey. He's shouldering the scoring load for this team, doing what he needs.
Here's Brown. He's got 11. Boucher outside. Pass to Tillman. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. And Stan, this Chicago front office embracing a more patient approach in building with younger players.
Yeah, B.A., and admitting that in recent years they may have skipped steps trying to leap into the playoff picture. So now a change of course has taken place.
Shooting two.
And the first one at the line is good. And last season, Grant, the sale of the Celtics franchise for $6.1 billion. It seemed like a lot at the time.
Well, yeah, that was until the Lakers sale hit 11 digits last summer, B.A. But in both cases, basketball decision-making doesn't change right away. In the case of the Celtics, the governorship doesn't transfer until 2028.
So he makes one of two, and the second one misses. And for most NBA teams, the draft is the best path to acquiring an NBA superstar. But it's not enough to get that high pick. You've got to get that one right, Stan.
Absolutely, B.A. And look, some of them are easy. Some of the top picks just stand out, and they're really, really easy. But some of them are very, very difficult, and especially as you move down even to the third, fourth, fifth, sixth picks. And the guys that hit on those are the guys that end up with the stars.
Here's Pritchard. The Bulls making their last shot. White on the wing. From deep. Sinks the tray. White's got 10 points.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
Here's Giddey. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. This is his second trip to the free throw line in this one. And the Celtics making a change here. Simons checked in.
At the line for one, Josh Giddey.
You can tell that Josh Giddey is one sharp player, not just in how he threads passes, but how he moves on the floor and gets around other guys.
Now here's Brown. 11 points in the game. Pritchard gets it to go.
He's been so aggressive on offense, and with the results, you understand why.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
And so here is Chicago. Following the three by Boston. Hits the trifecta. White's got 8 points in the quarter.
Woo! This guy is as hot as they come from distance. Defensively, you almost have to pick him up once he crosses half court.
Now here's Brown. A dangerous offensive player. His scoring average stands at almost 30 a game. And yep, it's good. Pritchard's got 22.
Knowing his team needs a lift, he's putting them on his back.
Bulls leading by 19. Pass to White. Over Simons. And White, the bucket on the assist by Buzelis. Buzelis has got 4 assists now tonight. And so Brown will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Simons outside. Jacks up a 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
Well, don't blink, or Simons will already have the shot off.
Chicago has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the second. Tries it from 19. Yet another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He has been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Celtics trail by 20. Outside Pritchard. Back to Brown. Oh, and a dunk by Brown.
Yeah, we know Brown loves some aerial theatrics, and he really went all out there.
Here's White. Queta pulls it in. Queta's got 6 rebounds here tonight. The Celtics shooting 59% in this one. A good average. Brown, that's good.
Look, if I'm one of his teammates, I just keep getting him the ball. He has been lights out.
This is why you want ball movement and player movement.
And that's made it hard for the defense to key in on any one individual.
And he gets it to go.
Well, they just need to keep getting him the ball. He has been terrific this quarter.
Giddey against Pritchard. Pass to Queta. Back to Pritchard. To the paint. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Well, you love assisted hoops. That's good offense.
Chicago leading by 16. Here's Okoro. Shoots over Simons. Another possession, another assist.
Another possession, another assist.
Man, is he sharing the ball well, hitting his guys right in their spots. Here's Brown. He's got 15. Simons outside. Outside, Brown. And there's a pick. Back to Simons. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in. Simons got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, as his career has progressed, Brown's really improved his playmaking. Credit to him for putting in the work.
Simons has gone 6 of 7, making it look easy here. And Anthony Simons has grown his reputation, but he still flies a little under the radar stand.
Yeah, he hasn't been in high visibility situations, like an epic playoff game that puts you on everyone's map. But opponents sure fear him and respect him.
And the Celtics in possession here. The Bulls making their last shot. Pass to Queta. And here's Simons. Fires for 3. He gets it. He's 7 for 8 and really going at him out there.
Well, that's his 3rd triple of the game and his 2nd in this quarter. He is heating up.
Here's Buzelis. And another dime for him.
Another possession, another assist.
Man, is he sharing the ball well, hitting his guys right in their spots. Celtics trail by 17. White looking it over. Now here's Simons. Launches it. Rebound by the Bulls. Buzelis has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
And out of bounds, the Celtics will take it. How about that elevated look on the AT&T Connected Cam? Hauser, he's checked in for Derek White.
Number 30, Sam Hauser.
A minute 6 left in the first half of basketball. Simons outside. Pritchard against Giddey. And there's Pritchard. That's good. On the assist by Simons. Simons got 4 assists in the game. 55 seconds left in the first half. Here's White. And yep, a couple of bounces and it falls. White's got 34 points.
He's carried much of the scoring load tonight, and with the win in reach, don't expect him to let up.
On the wing, Hauser. Nice ball movement by Boston. Pritchard from outside. Here's Queta. And he battles for the ball, gets the second chance bucket. Queta's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, his rebounding is such a boost for this team, especially when it comes on the offensive end.
Yet another assist. That's another dime from him.
He's tallying them up fast, B.A. Yeah, this period, they're letting him go to work, and it's paying off.
5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Simons, and that one is stuffed right through.
Sticking with it. Simons using all of his strength on that one.
Third personal foul. Third team foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Chicago making a switch here. Smith's checked in.
At the line for one.
One shot.
And that one falls for Simons.
Well, you have to appreciate a high-octane player like Anthony Simons. He runs the floor and just outworks other guys every chance he gets.
B.A., the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, and absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that. Celtics trail by 16. Simons has the open look, gets an open look, and hits it. Simons got 22.
Man, once Simons found his rhythm, he's been non-stop.
And again, another assist. And that's his 20th assist. Wow.
He's doing a great job at orchestrating the offense.
Here's Simons. Oh, a heat check there, but it's off target.
Well, when they're playing off you have to make them pay. And he couldn't.
And so it's Chicago in control with a 16-point advantage heading into the break. Building this lead up in large part because of how well they're shooting it. Back to the game after this break.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shots. Drum roll. They're thinking about the shot. Nice shot. It's all good. One more time, a round of applause for our participants.
Howdy, folks. The moment you've been waiting for is here. Before we recap the first half, let's see what the standings look like in the East.
Taking a look here at Chicago, guess they're playing decent, remaining somewhat competitive. Just feel like this team is stuck right now, unable to get to the next level, searching for the answers.
Let's move on now to that first half we were watching. A brutal game so far for the Boston Celtics.
What they're doing tonight doesn't even count as defense. Open shots all over the place. Have a little pride, fellas.
Yeah, their lack of engagement at that end is pretty glaring.
Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back over to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Boy, you gotta like what we're seeing from Kobe White.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
White and Okoro are the wings. Nikola Vucevic is out there with Buzelis, and it's Giddey in at the one spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Nails it from 3. Hauser's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, you know what's going to happen when he gets a good look. The defense has got to run him off the line.
And it's Giddey with the ball for the Bulls. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. It's Brown on the wing. Chicago grabs the miss. Buzelis has got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Okoro. Offensive board. Vucevic draws the double. The three from Okoro. Hey, now 5 for 8, shooting a pretty good percentage right now.
That's why you have to think twice before sending a double team at someone.
And a minute played as the second half gets going. Outside, Brown. Pass to White. Shoots over White. And there's White. That's good on the assist by Brown. And that's 12 points for Derek White.
Oh, nice feed. On time and on target.
And another dime for him.
Another possession, another assist.
Man, is he sharing the ball well. Hitting his guys right in their spots. Celtics trail by 16. Outside White. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the third quarter. Brown, no good. For Chicago, they've got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. Here's Okoro. A quick shot there. It's off target. And for the Celtics, they're shooting an amazing 61%, looking confident. Pritchard against Giddey. Left side White. Here's Kata. Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, B.A.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team. Lets it fly. Another possession, another assist.
He's nearing the franchise record for most assists in a single game.
This team feeds off his unselfishness and commitment to keeping everyone else involved. The Celtics have gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. White for 3. Three-pointer goes up. Three-pointer goes down for White.
And White knows he has the green light to fire from deep. Great looking 3-ball there.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Here's Okoro. Boston pulls it in. White on the wing. He's guarded by White from 13. And good as it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. White's got 17.
Well, that's a smart shot by White. Most of the times teams will give you the mid-range.
And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players.
For your 3-1-2
Let's go to the 2K leaderboard. We look at the last month's premier teams on the fast break. Number 5, the Bulls.
And you know, over this stretch, they've really had their way in the open court, pushing the ball hard and getting those fast break points.
Chicago leading by 11. Here's White. And he drains the quick shot. White's got 38 points.
They're definitely opting for the mid-range jumpers, and it's working.
Well, Coach, when you think about the NBA's steadiest contributors, Kobe White deserves a mention.
He sure does, B.A. Players like Kobe White are the foundational pieces that every team needs. He makes smart plays, and he's so consistent. You almost take it for granted.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Left side White. Pass to Okoro. And again, it's Chicago. Now Brown. He's got 15. For three. And it's cleared by Vucevic. The Bulls have gotten 5 of 8 shots to go in the third. White for three. Buries it from three. White's got 41.
Well, he's had a night. This team feeds off of his energy, and every time they've needed a bucket, he's delivered.
Now here's Brown. Beyond the arc. And it's Giddey with a rebound. Giddey's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Well, and after making just 1 triple going into the break, he's still looking for his first make from distance here in the second half.
And he gets the bucket.
You gotta commend the concentration White showed there. He doesn't get thrown off kilter easily.
And so it's Pritchard who brings up the ball for Boston. 17-point game. And so Joe Mazzulla calls the timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. Well, you gotta like what we're seeing from Kobe White.
Well, I'd think about throwing something new at it. Maybe bring another defender, force the ball out of his hands.
For your incredible
Chicago on D. Here's White. 20 points for him. White with a screen on Giddey. Three-pointer Pritchard. Again, the miss by Boston.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Here's White. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It's on Sam Hauser.
Well, White can attack fast, and the defense was unprepared to contest him cleanly.
And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. The motor of Kobe White. Grant seems to be ready to run the entire game and then some.
Oh, totally, B.A. For someone who is quick and can jump and has a strong handle, he's got plenty of stamina. And as a guard, you trust Kobe will make those effort plays.
White hits them both.
Well, it took a little while, but White has established himself as a big-time scorer, and he does it from all 3 levels.
Here's Keita. 14 points for him. To stop the run. It's hauled in by White. White's got 4 rebounds now. Bulls leading by 19. Here's Giddey. Boston pulls it in. Keita's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's White. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Yeah, we've seen White's confidence as a scorer grow over time, which is why he stays aggressive when he catches fire.
And here's Giddey. 27 points for him. Outside White. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. That one on White.
The officials were right on top of that one.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Bulls.
Well, you've got to like that they're not settling. They're attacking the defense on the drive and creating great looks.
Well, something else that stands out is how they've shared the ball. I mean, they're getting a lot of their points from sharp passing.
Walsh is checked in for Boston.
And, man, looking good from the line so far this half.
Celtics trail by 19. Now here's Pritchard. 24 points for him. Puts up a 3. And it's Chicago with a board. Buzelis has got 11 rebounds in the game. Brown against Giddey. Shoots over Brown. That's good from Giddey. On the assist by Buzelis. Giddey's got 29 points.
Yeah, how about Giddey tonight? Scoring the ball, such a different matchup. I don't know who they can throw at him right now.
Brown with it. 15 points in the game. All sorts of time. Rebound by the Bulls.
Something's off about him this quarter.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
Here's the break. Here's White. And that one is hammered home.
Listen, anytime you can run, you push it. Vets like White understand that.
Chicago leading by 19. Here's Vucevic. Yet another assist.
And this last assist ties him for the franchise record for most in a game. What a performance he's having.
He's been passing with pinpoint accuracy all game long. White for 3. Here's Keita. That one falls. 8 of 10 and scoring with confidence.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
The baseline J. White can't hit.
Hard to turn down a look that good. Still, long twos are losing favor, and misses like that are the reason why.
Here's Walsh. No points yet. Great positioning on the putback.
Great anticipation off the missed shot.
Oh, his timing was impeccable. Here's Okoro. And again, another assist.
And sure enough, he's just set the single-game franchise record for assists.
Showing that vision, both to find his teammates and to reach for new heights. Celtics trail by 19. Outside White. There's the drive. Jams it in off a great move.
Well, you know, White is quietly one of the league's most effective finishers on the drive.
And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. For Chicago. The Celtics also with a sub. Boucher's checked in for Caden. Chicago leading by 17. Here's Vucevic. That's in. Coming off an assist from Jones. 12 points for Nikola Vucevic.
They've now had assists on each of their last 3 buckets.
Boston shooting around 52% since the start of third. Pritchard against Jones. Three-pointer. Pritchard, no good.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
Pritchard against Jones. Shoots over Pritchard, and he wills that one in. Sinking it right through the back of the iron. Jones has got 10 points.
Wow, that's their 10th straight point coming off a mid-range jumper.
Pritchard from outside. Buzelis grabs the board. Buzelis has got 13 rebounds in the game. Glass eating.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
Yep, that one's good.
Oh, man, they have really heated up from mid-range.
It's been a devastating night for them. Nothing has come easy, Graham.
Nothing indeed. Even when they've tried to make adjustments, it just hasn't worked.
White, good.
What a performance. Hit 2 from beyond the arc in the first half, and he's added 3 more since.
Here's White. No good with a jumper from the wing.
He'll probably hear about that shot selection when he gets back to the bench. Maybe not their best option.
And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Vucevic. Simons is checked in for Boston.
Number 4, Anthony Simons.
White with it, now guarded by White. Here's Walsh. No good with the triple.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
White for 3. Hits yet again. Wow!
My goodness, 50 for the game.
Just putting on a show. Now White. That's 29 for him. Boucher outside. Pass to Simons. Clock at 6. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Bulls leading by 23. It's White with a drive. Oh, another one falls.
That's 52 points for him.
Making it all look too easy right now. Boston on offense. Here's Brown. He's got 15. Let's go with a three. And it's cleared by Vucevic.
Yeah, look, if I'm his coach, I'm going to get him involved in another way. Set a screen, get an assist, something to reset his mind a little bit.
Offensive rebound. Second chance effort. And it's good on the lay-in. Vucevic has got 6 in the quarter.
Yeah, still one of the league's best rebounders. Vucevic extending the possession.
Pass to Walsh. To the middle. Here's Boucher. And finished off by Boucher.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
There's a minute 40 left in the third. From 11 feet away. That one a little long. And so it's Brown with it. He brings it up for the Celtics. Grant, the thing about Jaylen Brown, he doesn't need a lot of space to get his shot off.
You know, B.A., he has a quick release and rises high on his jumper. Has a great up fake and can stop on a dime. Usually all the space he needs to find his shot.
Love the fearlessness from Simons inside, showing he's not afraid of contact.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game. The first free throw is good.
Well, a former late first-round pick in 2018, Simons continues to prove the doubters wrong with his fantastic scoring ability.
Looking at who's out there now for Chicago. Smith, he's checked in for Vucevic. Williams comes in for Buzelis. Herter's checked in for Okoro. And Giddey's subbed in for White. And good on the second, so he makes them both. .121 left in the third quarter here. For three, Smith. That's in. Coming off an assist from Jones. Jones has got 3 assists now in this one.
Well, hey, Smith has this kind of range, which is why you got to at least honor his shot.
And the Celtics shooting about 56% in this one. Gonzalez passes to Tillman. There's Simons with a 3. Can't get it to go. 9 for 14 now. Chicago has got it going from the perimeter in the third. 4 for 4 so far. The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line. A chance at a 3-point play.
What a strong finish by Smith. You want your guys to play through the whistle.
And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. DeSumo, he's checked in for Herter. And the Celtics also making a change. Shireman's checked in. 51 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Boucher outside. Pass to Tillman. And he dunks it down.
It's like he's doing pull-ups on the rim.
Looked like a schoolyard playground right there. 40 seconds left to play in the third quarter. For three, Smith. Ooh, he's been flawless tonight. Now he's 6 for 6.
A bit of a breakout night for Jaylen Smith, doing a great job looking for his points, and he's converted quite a bit.
Here's Tillman. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Tillman's got 4 points now in the quarter.
They're really looking to that inside game here in the second half, getting away from taking a bunch of threes.
And the Bulls shooting a legendary 79%. Their offense is just on a tear. Smith no good.
I don't know if you can credit the defense for that. It was just a missed opportunity.
Pass to Shireman. And here's Simons outside. Can't hit that one. White, he's feeling it tonight, and he's been the driving force for the Bulls. Hit a couple from downtown this quarter. We'll be right back after this word. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That is pretty.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. Taking a look at the Celtics. We've got Chris Boucher. Peyton Pritchard is out there with Anthony Simons. Then it's Xavier Tillman, and it's Walsh in at the 3. Here are the Celtics with the ball. This one for 3. Pritchard, no good.
Well, he had a great first half from three-point range, but hasn't quite gotten his touchback since the break.
And off the left side of the rim, it swirls in for him.
And very few teams rely on mid-range jumpers nowadays, but that's been their preferred way of finding points.
And despite the NBA's popularity, some folks criticizing the wide-open style of play.
Yeah, you know, B.A., some of the artistry is lost when guys are mostly hunting for open threes. But for some teams like the Celtics and Warriors, that's been a championship-winning formula. And, well, we all know it's a copycat league.
And here's Jones. Here's Smith. And it's Boucher with the rebound.
Yeah, well, that's a shot the defense is probably going to let him keep taking.
Simons against Herter. Here's Tillman. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Fires it from 18. And there's another one for Chicago.
When it comes to his scoring, that pull-up jumper is one of Jones' signature moves.
Outside Pritchard. The 3. That shot, no good.
Well, he's trying to shoot his way out of it from distance, but look, he's got to find something easier.
And Williams punches it home.
Well, he can play the 4 because he gets off the ground so well.
And so it's Pritchard who brings up the ball for the Celtics. Now here's Boucher. And finished off by Boucher.
He's just an aggressive finisher there inside.
Hey, when you got bounce like that, you feel like you can take on anybody. The Bulls have gotten 4 of 5 attempts to fall so far in the 4th. And the basket by Dosunmu.
And from the mid-range area, they've been the more effective team.
The Celtics have gone 2 of 5 from the field in this final quarter. Pritchard finds Simons. And he drives in. Boom! He jams it straight down.
I mean, he's just so electric. Simons putting on a show.
What a sensational move captured from the connected cam. Sponsored by AT&T. Stan, I have to ask, how important is it to have a big man in today's NBA?
That is a great question, B.A. And look, things have really changed. We went from big, strong guys in the league and centered our game around those guys to then people wanted to play small ball and be more skilled. But now what everybody's figured out is we can get that same skill from bigger guys, and bigger and better is better than smaller and better.
Jones with the ball, now guarded by Simons. Jones misses. Boston has gone 1 for 3 in the 4th quarter from range. On the wing, Simons. The 3 is up. Drills it from deep. Simons got 12 points in just the second half.
Well, there's no question he's carrying the load in this quarter, but he's going to need some help.
For Chicago, they've gotten 6 of 8 shots to fall during this 4th. The floater. Pritchard gets it to go.
He's really finding his rhythm here. I mean, smart move to keep feeding him the ball.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
And for the Bulls, they're shooting an out-of-this-world 77%. Williams' shot is good.
And Jones is a dependable floor general, someone you can trust to facilitate an offense and find his guys.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Pritchard with a screen on Herter. Here's Simons. Smith with the rebound. The Bulls have gotten 7 of 9 from the floor in this fourth. 18 feet out. No good, off the front rim.
Well, if you have the space, you have to take that shot. He missed it, but he's trying to keep the defense honest.
Now here's Pritchard. Boucher outside. Pass to Tillman. There's Simons with a 3. It's hauled in by the Bulls.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Here's Smith, driving in. Outside Jones. Shoots over Pritchard. Smith. Outside Herter. Takes a 3. Knocks down the triple. Herter's got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, this is what Herter is out there to do. Stretch that defense.
Pass to Walsh. Here's Tillman, covered by Smith. Tillman passes to Simons. Misses the 3. DeSumo with it. Timeout called here. Chicago decides to talk it over. As players get bigger and faster, you think the league will have to widen the court at some point?
Well, B.A., I just don't think that's realistic, to be quite honest. And I think the reason is the league's all about money, right? I mean, it's a business. We've got to make money. And the arenas were all laid out. If you start making the court wider, you're going to take away rows of seats. Those are high-priced seats, B.A. We're not taking those away. I don't think widening the court is really realistic.
Changes for Boston. Garza's checked in for Tillman. Brown comes in for Boucher. And Derek White subbed in for Walsh. The ball's knocked loose. White with the steal. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Simons. Banked it in off the glass. And that's 36 points now for Anthony Simons.
It's obvious he's taking it upon himself to try and keep them alive.
Something the league has worked towards, seeing small market teams competing at a high level, Grant.
Yeah, this league isn't just for the big cities. Smart drafting and team development can make any organization elite. And of course, that's the beauty of it all.
Williams' shot is good.
And he continues to shoot a perfect percentage. Clearly a big reason why they're up right now.
Jones comes with a double team. White for three. Gets the three ball to go. White's got 32 points in the game.
Hey, sometimes it's your night. White's number keeps getting called, and he keeps coming through.
And it's Jones with the ball for the Chicago Bulls. It's Herter on the wing. The three is up. That's in. Coming off an assist from Jones.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first. Yeah, despite them being behind, he's been impressive, but he can't do it all by himself.
Now Jones. Shot on the wing. Boston pulls it in. Brown's got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to Garza. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
He may give up a little size, but has the bounce to hold his own.
And so here is Chicago. Here's Williams. And again, it's Chicago.
And trying to put the game away, he's been nailed all evening.
Yeah, but you can't let up now. We've seen too many wild comebacks in this league.
White for three. Smith with the rebound. Smith's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And with top college players now getting big money NIL deals, the choice between that and entering the NBA draft has become a tough one, Stan.
Absolutely, B.A. Look, I think it's been great for both the NBA and for the colleges for guys to stick around, because the top guys are still going to come out. The guys who are going to be your top 10 picks, your lottery guys, they're going to come out. But the other guys who have nothing as guaranteed, they're going to choose to stay longer and develop.
Now here's Smith. Shoots. Jaylen Brown with a rebound. Brown's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Oh, and a dunk by Brown.
What a flush. Great athleticism from Brown.
Chicago has gone 2 of 2 from outside so far in the 4th. DeSumo on the wing. He's guarded by White. And again, no good by Chicago. Boston shooting about 56% in this one. Pass to Pritchard from behind the arc. Good. And Brown gets the assist. Brown's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. Chicago leading by 23. Left side Jones over Pritchard. Boston pulls it in. Simons passes to Brown. There's the 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
Chicago shooting great so far, 52% in the 4th. Takes a 13-footer. It's rebounded by Jaylen Brown. Brown's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Outside White. Again, the Celtics good for 2 more.
He came out of halftime with renewed focus, heating things up offensively.
Here's Jones. Fires from the wing. The shot no good. The Celtics on offense. They're on a 20-7 run. Here's Simons. Lays it in easily.
Some guts. Simons finishing with strength.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here, looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged.
On for the Celtics and for the Simons. Shooting 1. Celtics call timeout. On your feet, fans, it's time from North Chicago.
Chicago going with a whole new group out there. Cata's checked in for Boston. Time now to present our player of the game, Josh Giddey.
Yeah, and this game really has his fingerprints all over it. He's been dominating and making it look effortless. It's always fun to watch someone just flat out take over like he's done here today.
Wow, he really played phenomenal tonight, but we've almost come to expect that from him. He feeds off the energy from this crowd, and it certainly plays a part in elevating his game. And that one falls for Simons. Bulls leading by 15. Here's Giddey. Oh, no good. The dry spell continues. Now Vucevic. Another possession, another assist. The chemistry he has with his guys is impressive.
I mean, keeping his head on a swivel, actively seeking out his teammates, incredible.
Outside White. And here's Hauser. Simons outside. Just 5 to shoot. Brown outside. From deep. Rebounded by Giddey.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Oh, it doesn't go. Celtics trail by 17. And it's Simons penetrating. White with a steal. Okoro outside. Into the lane. Yep, that one goes. Okoro's got 13 in the second half.
Really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time dwindling.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
And here's Brown for 3. Buries it from outside.
Coming down the stretch, they've leaned on the perimeter game.
Well, if you're looking to get points in a hurry as the game clock's running down, that's certainly the way to do it.
Now here's Giddey. From 20 feet out. Oh, it misses. And the Celtics shooting the rock at 58%.
And this one hasn't been in doubt for a bit now. They came out on a mission, and you can bag up this win for the Bulls.
They made the most of the extra rebounds tonight. Helped them out a lot.
You know, when you look at these teams, they're both great rebounding clubs. And any night, either one could have the advantage on the boards.
And with this one safely in the books, it'll mark their 23rd win of the year.
After losing the first game, they've come back and evened things up in this one. They'll play one more time in this season series after this.
Are you kidding me?
Clear the deck!
Wow!
This guy is putting on a clinic for the people.
Yeah, I'm shocked. I can't believe he pulled that off in a real game. And Giddey has got the ball here for Chicago. A 12-point game. White against White. Oh, that one's off. Still out of sync. Boston on offense. powers it down, one-handed.
Well, it seems like Simons is always keeping his options open, always willing to make the pass instead of taking the shot.
Here's Giddey. Outside White. 14 feet away. Ooh, it doesn't go. They could get back within single digits of the lead. Here's White. Puts up the tray. It's money from deep. They lead by 7. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Okoro outside. Pulls the trigger. Ooh, rise and fire.
Truly a does-it-all glue guy. Giddey helps the whole team with his passing ability.
Brown fires. Oh, the long ball, no good. So the Bulls win it. A clean win, and one where they clearly showed better energy.
Yes, so true. They put on a show here at home. And I really think they had that extra swagger and confidence, too.
And that about wraps it up. For Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson signing off. We'll see you next time.